All right, welcome to Scalable and Saleable, where we find out what great entrepreneurs have done to scale their business into the millions. Stay right here for the next few minutes to leverage validated methodologies for growth and create a way more scalable and a more sellable business for yourself. Let's get started. Our guest today is going to be so awesome because he's been on Howard Stern. Howard Stern called him. He's the best-selling author. He's been on Dr. Oz, the Doctor's TV show. New York Post featured him, as well as a bunch of local national affiliates like Fox, CBS, ABC, NBC. We'll get into all of that and a bunch of other incredible things. Welcome, Dr. Adam Scheiner.
Jeff, thanks so much for having me. Nice to be here with you.
Thank you. I mean, I know a lot of doctors and lawyers, and a lot of them, they're really good at their profession and the expertise. My dad was a cosmetic dentist. He did amazing before and afters, but it's hard to be really good at those and also have that entrepreneurial side, which you do as a not just a medical expert, but as an entrepreneur. What do you attribute your growth to?
Really, it's business things. I didn't learn these things in medical school, but creating systems, hiring experts, hiring branding experts, PR people. That probably helped grow my own techniques. But then you have great doctors, but if the world doesn't know about it, how does it get out there? But hiring people to help me really made the difference.
Yeah. Do you have any advice on how to find somebody that really knows what they're doing? Because it's so easy to get somebody to help with the marketing branding that isn't getting results.
Yeah, it's hard, but I think it's trusting the process. I hired someone in New York City where and you look at their track record, and a lot of times you're funding, like for PR, you fund it and you're like, oh, you get little things and until something big hits, and you're just funding it month after month after month after
Right.
month. But that's if you want to play in that game, but it's good to have someone, an expert who helps build businesses, look at your practice and maybe find something that is newsworthy that way too.
Yeah. So yeah, and then once you get that first bit of momentum, just pushing the gas pedal on it and leveraging it.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've learned a lot along the way based off all your different past experiences. If you were coming into a brand new, completely different business based off of your hindsight, what would be some of the first things you think you'd want to do to start growing that new business?
First thing is to create systems in an office, standard operating procedures, automate any processes possible, and then delegate responsibilities.
And I bet you didn't learn the delegation in medical school either. Is that self-taught or?
No, it's something that you learn. I mean, you read books, you model, you see other people are doing things,
Yeah. Were there any books? I'm getting the sense you're like a lot of great entrepreneurs, a reader. Any books that have been the most influential on you?
There's one I read a long time ago. I thought about that question. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill.
Yeah. Yes. The viewers here have heard me do my attempt at a Napoleon Hill impersonation maybe multiple times, and that's okay if they do. I used to drive around listening to that guy for years and years and years.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean that's the Mastermind Alliance. That's what our community of CEOs is those mastermind alliances. And mastermind alliances, Carnegie said to do. What do you feel most small business owners get wrong?
Trying to do everything themselves.
Mm.
That's what they do. They're like, I can't give up. I'm the best person.
Yeah.
I can't, I have to staple. I've been the one stapling this document. I stapled just the right way. Right. Delegation is important. Delegation is what allows you to grow. If you try to do everything, there's only so many hours in the day. So realizing that people can do things differently, that might be not exactly the way you might do things, but it can be good also. And maybe yours is an A and theirs is a B plus, but if you can grow with a B plus, it's better to have that happen.
Right. Would you rather do everything yourself as an A, or have a whole team of people that take 80% of it off your plate as a B plus?
Right.
I remember asking an incredibly successful guy, his business was valued at $1.5 billion. Or we're talking like this, and he asked me, would you rather your customers be reasonably happy or ecstatic? And I went, ecstatic. And he went, wrong. And I said, okay, why? And he goes, what's the difference between customers who are reasonably happy and ecstatic? And I go, what? And he goes, a profit.
Nice.
Yeah, that was stuck with me. If you could go back in time to when you first started out and say one thing to younger you, what would you say?
I would say don't sweat the small stuff.
Mm,
And it's all small stuff.
yeah,
Really,
yeah,
it's like keep the big picture in mind,
yeah.
set goals, work toward goals.
Yeah, clear, specific goals, and not doing all the harm to your body that all that stress and anxiety and worry causes. Um, what questions should I be asking you that I haven't?
I don't know. I don't really get asked very much about my business, but one of the questions you had asked before, you said, engaging. I would say that like the best decision that I've made in medicine is really engaging help in growing my business, because I'm a physician, I'm a surgeon, I'm not necessarily a business person. I have gotten some business skills, but that's not anything that was really taught me in medical school. So
Right.
hiring the people that you need to grow your business is what's important. And I was going to say, sometimes when you're starting out, you say, well, how could I delegate? I don't really have much money. Well, I would say whatever money you have, hire your first employee. It's worth it to share your paycheck with someone else if you can start to delegate to build your business. Does that make sense?
That's that's the scalability part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I appreciate you saying that. I would say in our 5 million to 100 million groups, almost none of them went to business school.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm trying to think of any of the entrepreneurs and CEOs in those groups, and I can't think of any that went to school for business. They all just kind of ended up in a thing, but had that entrepreneurial side of them that like, I could do this, kind of thing.
I hear you.
Any parting words of advice, wisdom for entrepreneurs watching?
This is what I was just saying, but hire the experts that you need in the areas where you're not strong, and it's definitely worth the investment.
Thank you. Yeah, well said. There you go. That's how you stand out among all of the doctors that do what Dr. Scheiner does. Howard Stern called one particular person, and that doesn't just happen by luck. That happens because of different things that are done. So thank you so much for being here. That was awesome.
Jeff, thanks so much for having me. I really appreciate it.